All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS, and citation y'all around the world is teaching truth. My name is Maya Kaada Bungad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. All right, and there's more evidence that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites that the Bible speak of, and also there's more evidence coming out every day that particularly what our ancestors was snatched from, West Africa, that their presence was there, and and they left records, some records in Hebrew, some records of oral. They left the customs and stuff. When I mean left, like the remainder of people that left back, they still hold on to these traditions and customs that point out that they're the Israelites. All right, so you have all these groups. You have like Sonetta, Garfield, and so on, man. Vocab alone. All right, and coming against the truth, but there's nothing you can do against the truth, man. The truth gonna come out. The truth gonna come out that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible. And just like with the El Tahar had that article about the Igbo brother, which I had read that particular same article in class uh 2 Sundays ago. You had on there how the Jewish Messiah means who the hell those people are. But how they said, Igbo, you're not the real Jews, because they did like a bogus DNA test. And the Igbo brother, if I pronounce his name, Oluna, he did his own private test, and it showed that, and it said Western Semitic ancestry. You see how Esau play around, just like they did the Limba. Limba did that Y-DNA. They said, oh, they're Shemitic, but they're not. They're not Israelites. Because see, Esau, he's deceiver, man. He's Diablo, all right? The devil. Devil means deceiver, man. You look it up. All right, but there's nothing you could do about it, man. All right, the truth gonna come out who the true Israelites are according to scriptures and history. It says Psalms 85:11 said, "Truth shall spring out of earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven." All right, so truth shall spring out of earth that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites. That the people in West Africa are the Israelites. It says, since biblical times, the Jewish people, talking about Israelites, had close ties with Africa going back to Abraham's sojourn in Egypt and later Israelite captivity under Pharaoh. Some Jewish communities in Africa are among the oldest in the world, dating back more than 2,700 years. Today, the Jews and Judaism, all right, when they talk about Jew, they talk about the laws, statutes, commandments, all right, because we don't call, now the Apocrypha, it said Judaism, but in Latin, I forgot it, if you look it up in Latin, it says really doctrine of Jews, all right. So we didn't come with that term Judaism, all right. But anyway, because you remember, so let me get my thoughts together. All right, when you read Sirach, it tells you that when you translate Hebrew, loses some words mean loses basically the power what it means when you translate it from Hebrew to another language. All right, but we never did call this Judaism, and we call it law, statutes, commandments of our power, Yahweh. All right, and his son named Yahweh shot one everybody in called Jesus. All right, said today Jews and Judaism and Africa show the ethnic and religious diversity and richness almost unparalleled in any other continent. African Jewish communities include, when it said African Jews, we're talking about Israelite communities in Africa. All right, because we're not Africans, we're Israelites, we're Shemitic stock. It says scattered African groups which had not maintained contact with the wider Jewish community from ancient times, but which assert descent from ancient Israel or other connections to Judaism. All right, you said they try to play it down. All right, the tribes got ancient. It said anyway. It said groups which observed Jewish rituals or ritual bearing recognized resemblance to Judaism, although there are a number of such groups on the debate of Israel, Ethiopia, Algeria, recognized historically Jewish by majority of the Jewish world, right? Those not real Jews, those Cushites. Now, not to say um, um, there are people not among them, All right, because you do have Jason in Ethiopia. It said groups such as the Limba, not regarded Jewish permanent result their embrace of Christianity. You're Israelite regardless, man. You can't change your nationality regardless of what doctrine you get into. But anyway, it says, which exhibit great genetic traits regarded as linking them to the main body of Jewish people. It says Safari Jew, Maserati Jew, living on the vast spectrum of Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, although many of these have now immigrated most to Israel and France. Right. Now, these particular Jates in Morocco, they look like so-called Negroes in America. So-called Negroes and so-called Puerto Ricans in America. All right, and I just matter of fact, I knew a guy on Facebook. His mom was Moroccan Jew. All right, he broke it down, told me that the so-called black Jews in Morocco immigrated to Israel. That the government of Morocco was very angry about that. It says the South African Jews are most Ashkenazi descent from pre-Holocaust. They ain't the real Jews. All right, but anyway, it said, although not all African Jews are religious, most of the present found African Jew communities are Orthodox in nature, enable the community to remain strong and united in spirit of belief. It says the most ancient community of African Jews known to the Western world are Sephardic and Mizrahi Jews of North Africa. Communities which are largely unknown in the West, in most cases quite real, right? Because I know these are kept it out of history books. Are many so-called black African Jews. All right, we're not black, we're not African. All right, these are Israelites that happen to live in Africa. This is the Limba. It's a lot if I pronounce this wrong. Malawi, Zimbabwe region of Venice, South Africa. All right, Beta Israel. They're not the real Jews. Some among the Igbo, Nigeria, Cameroon, Equatorial Guinea claim descent from East African Jewish communities. All right, so y'all can read that. I'm just gonna focus on West Africa. All right, it said according to Muslims record of Tariq el-Fatah and Tariq el-Sudan, there are several Jewish communities that exist as part of the Ghana, Mali, later Songhai Empire. Once a community was formed by a group of Egyptian Jews, Israelites from Egypt, who traveled by the way of Sahel corridor through Chad into Mali. All right, because you had to remember, like in 7 A.D., Israel was burnt down. Jerusalem was burned down, so they ran to West Africa. It is evidence of that. Garfield, damn idiotic. Mary 2/3, Mary Band of 2/3, man. Like to deny that, man. All right, you can't deny it, man. It's history, man. It's recorded. It's a manuscript C of Tariq el-Fatah described a community called Banat Israel that in 1402 existed in Terderma, possessed 333 wells and had 7 princes as well as an army. All right. And so it says another such community was that of Zuwa ruler of Kukia, located near Nigeria, whose name is known as Zuwa al-Yemen. He come from Yemen. According to local legends, Zuwa al-Yemen was a member of one of the Jewish community transported from Yemen by the Abyssinians in 6th century BC after defeat of Dornuas. All right, it says Zuwa al-Yemen said that had traveled to West Africa along with his brother, eventually established community in Kukikia near the Nigeria. According to Tariq el-Sudan, there were 14 Zulu rulers of Kukiya after Zuwa al-Yemen before the rise of Islam in the region. All right, some people converted to Islam, but you can't change your nationality. It's an order say that other Jewish community region were formed by migration from Morocco, Egypt, Portugal, possibly Golden Ethiopia. Some communities are said that had been populated by certain Berber Jews, like a group of Cal Thomas as Adel Ashak that traveled from North Africa to West Africa for trade, as well as those escaping Islamic invasions to North Africa. All right, so we already know about the Limbo. We're going to focus on them. All right, it says the Igbo Nigeria are one of the Jewish components of the Igbo ethnic group who are said to descend from North Africa, where Egyptian Hebraic later Israelite migration to West Africa. It said oral legends are among the Igbo state that that this migration started about 1,500 years ago. When they're talking about Egyptian Hebraic, talking about Israelites that come out of Egypt, man. Not no Africa. It said according to the Igbo lore, the Eri, Nuri, and Ozubalu family, Igbo ethnic groups, Israelite descent comprising Bene Gav, Bene Zebulon, Bene Manasseh lineage. It said Igbo oral legends also state that certain Nuri family may be descended of Levitical priests who migrated from North Africa. These oral legends state that the ancestors of the Igbo made up familiar clans of Israelites who left the northern kingdom of Israel before and during the Assyrian and Babylonian sieges. This might explain how the current oral tradition contains Pacific tribes, these clans, right? But some of the North Kingdom did escape too, like they ran to the Southern Kingdom, or some just, they want to stay loyal to Yahweh. They will indulge. They just rock. They just rock with the Southern Kingdom. There's a woman from the tribe of Asher in Luke chapter 2. It says groups called Gaudians and Eber maintain much of Hebraic traditions of the Igbo people. I said that nobody coming like Garfield tantalized that these somebody came and converted the people. The people was keeping their traditions themselves, man. All right. And I'm gonna get this book, man, about the Igbo, what comes out of their own mouth, not Garfield mouth. All right, it said these groups maintain Jewish traditions. The majority of the communities lost over time due to isolation from the rest of Nigerian society. Certain Nigerian communities with Judaic practices have been receiving help from individual Israelis and American Jews who work in Nigeria. See, they going off that, reaching to these out to the Amalekites, the fake Jewish people. All right, it said outreach organizations like Kalunu, the African American Jewish community in America. 2 synagogues in Nigeria were founded by Jews from outside Nigeria and are maintained by Igbos in Nigeria. Because no formal census record taken, it is unknown how many Igbos reside in Nigeria identify themselves either being Israelites or Jews. All right, now the word Israeli means modern day citizen of the state of Israel. The word Israelite means ones who connected to Jacob. It's totally different, man. All right, there are currently 26 synagogues of various sizes. Some estimate the possibility of as many 30,000 Hebrew practice some for the Judaism. All right, Benai Ephraim are different from other Nigerian Israelite groups. They live among the Yoruba rather than the Igbo people. Benai Ephraim, children of Ephraim, Nigeria, numbered in 1930 about 2,000 people and 400 families in 20 small villages in the Ondo district of southwest Nigeria. All right, government, your record at Ephraim, All right, so where do they come from then? Then you go on the ancient records, and he's not gonna tell you every goddamn thing, man. They haven't found everything, man. If they digging up new evidence, they found in old Levite priest burial grounds and stuff, man. All right, and there's some place in Israel you can't dig up. All right, so it says, according to traditions, they came to Nigeria, by the way, Morocco, sometime in the 16th century after the expulsion of Jews from Spain in 1492. And these people were so-called black people, man. All right, it says their language is mixture Moroccan Arabic with Yoruba, but it's bits of Aramaic as Ema for mother in their aspect. Most of their cousins that cannot be distinguished from the Yoruba neighbor, but the Yoruba call them Emo Yokoim. Strange people, they call themselves Babina, Benai, Ephraim. Keep copies of portions of the Torah in their sanctuaries, unlike other African Israelite communities in Nigeria among the Igbo who practice foreign the ancient burial life without Torah, right? Because the most Igbo kept it orally, but now Igbo are unique among the Yoruba. All right. So there you go right there. All right. So I'm gonna skip down here. It says, there are several thousand undoubted Jews answering Timbuktu. Mali said, in the 14th century, many Moors and Jews fleeing persecuted Spain migrated south to Timbuktu area. At the time, part of the Sunken Empire. Among them was Kahef Kete family, descended from Ishmael John Khat Yehudi of Skedit, Morocco. Sons of this prominent family found 3 villages still in Timbuktu. All right, Kashamber, Haybomo, and Kangugara. In 1492, Akiska Muhammad came to power in a previously tolerant region of Timbuktu and decreed that Jews must convert to Islam or leave. Jews became illegal, right? Obeying law, statute, commandments became illegal in Mali, as it did in Catholic Spain the same year. As historian Leo Africans wrote in 1520, all right, so this right here, historian Leo Africans, all right. So this is proving that the Israelites was in West Africa, man. All these lies talking about they was never, it's a lie, man, told by Sandel Garfield, man. He said the king of Kisa declared enemy of the Jews. He will not allow any to live in the city. If he hears it said that the Berber merchant frequents them or does business with them, he confiscates his good. It says the Kihaf family converted the rest of the non-Muslim population. The Kohens descend from Morocco Islamic Jew trader El Haji al-Salam al-Kahun arrived to Timbuktu area in the 18th century, and the Albana family became the first half of the 19th century. According to Professor Michael Abato at the Center of Research of Moroccan Jewry in Israel, in the late 19th century, Rabbi Mordecai Absir traveled to Timbuktu several times as a not too separate trade in Asha feathers and ivory. Ishmael Dayada Hadara, a historian from Timbuktu, had found old Hebrew texts among the city historical record. Right, proving that they're Israelites, man. There was Israelites in West Africa. He has researched his own path, discovered that he descended from Moroccan Jewish traders of the Albana family. As he interviewed elders in the village relative, he had discovered the knowledge of the family Jewish identity had been preserved in secret and out of fear of persecution. All right, so there you go, man. All right. So this is it, man. All right, so you could go further. You go look up the records in Timbuktu, study Arabic, look it up yourself. Travel to West Africa, man. Don't be, don't basically be a scoffing asshole, man. All right. Well, Rebels 1 and 3 said, "Bless the man that readeth," man. All right. So you go far beyond. You won't take nothing to stop you, man. There's no excuses, man. All right. So, Shalom.